What's going on, everybody? Todd here, once again joined by DorkyRae and Thrabalen of Thrabalen Gaming. I haven't done that in a little bit.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
And yeah, technically still the wrong game. Let's face it.
So how is everybody?
Hotter than Satan's ass crack. Thanks for asking.
Well, that's fair. That is fair.
And on the other side, I'm wearing a hoodie.
Yeah, I don't fucking understand it. How?
I don't know. And see, the funny thing is, let me see, actually, and it makes no sense because, let's see, in my neck of the woods, it is 84 degrees, even though it is 9 p.m. Ray Standard Time.
Witchcraft. I call witchcraft.
I'm always
I
cold.
wish I had your level of air conditioning.
Yeah.
I'm always cold. Well, and
There
yeah.
is no sin greater than central air.
I mean, fair. I do have that.
I wish to be a sinner.
But no, I'm always cold. I've always had issues regulating my body heat.
Mm-hmm. That could be like circulation related, that kind of stuff.
Probably. And and the weird thing is okay, so I've actually given myself like heat stroke because I felt cold. And so tried to warm myself up, and I absolutely was not actually cold. So
that sounds horrific.
Yeah, but I had goosebumps when I put the hoodie on, so I'm pretty sure I'm actually cold.
I hate you.
I'm sorry.
Don't touch this for a few hours, and it decides that it needs to, like, the second I touch it, go, oh my god, all of these alerts, like.
I feel like I was this close to trying to kill Ray again.
I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
But anyway, what has everybody been up to since last week?
Right, Theft Auto. I mean, let's face it. I'm still on that GTA grind.
Yeah.
It's a fun game, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I actually did have played it.
Yep.
I played it last night, and then, well, I idled. So I watched security cams all day today.
It's called AFK grinding.
Yeah.
There we go. I did some AFK grinding today.
My second computer is doing that right now.
Yeah.
I don't have one of those. Well, I mean, okay, rephrase. I have a second computer. I have a laptop.
You don't have one capable of playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's not even capable of doing the little Rockstar getting... It's not even capable of getting that far.
Damn.
I've tried multiple times.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I did some GTA. We did community night on Saturday, and that went pretty good.
Awesome.
It was a little smaller.
I'm so bummed I missed out on that.
It was a little smaller than I had hoped, but it was still fun.
It was intimate.
Yeah.
I made a hat. Sorry. That's why I missed out on the community night.
Because you were making hats, yeah.
I was making a hat.
And you chose waiting for Todd to say what he was doing to mention it.
I'm sorry. Continue talking.
So we did the community night. It was a bit more intimate. It was myself, Thrabalen, Storms, Pilfer Games popped in for a bit. Sinea was there, and Bloodspilla. Bloodspilla is such a fucking awesome dude.
Yo, no doubt about it.
But I mean, we did. I basically set up the community night through like an unofficial stream group, Relaxatron Station, which Blood and a few other people got me a part of, and then we brought along some other people as well. But setting this up, I didn't want to just limit it to Relaxatron people. And the next community night I am planning, October 12th,
Looking forward to it.
Friday, October 12th. We'll be playing Friday the 13th, the game, which right now is part of the Humble Spooky Horror Bundle 2018. So,
And that goes until when again?
it's got like another week on that. I
Okay.
think.
Cool.
But $15 gets you Friday the 13th, the game. It gets you Dead by Daylight. It gets you How to Survive 1 and 2, BioShock Remastered. It's a bunch of games. Like, I mean, those are the ones that I call out because they're good. They're the ones that will catch people's eyes. But yeah. And yeah, we're planning that, and that's a big thing. It'll be one of those more. I want to see what kind of reaction we get, but it is a 1v8 game, so there is that as well. So it's a maximum of like 9 people at one time playing. So who knows? It might turn out to be something really awesome. It might turn out to be a flop. Who knows? All I know is I made an image for it, and somebody just like, if that was a poster, I would totally buy it. So I made it into a poster.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Nice.
Because I'm that guy. But first off, let me thank everybody that's watching this on Twitch, on YouTube, listen to us on Radio Public, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or TuneIn. You guys are great. You really are the lifeblood of this program and of the network.
You are the wind beneath our wings.
Very much so. And if you guys do enjoy what we do here, you can support us on Patreon. I haven't been plugging Patreon often, but there is a link in the show notes for that, so you can do that. Last week, we had 2 new sponsors.
Yeah.
And this also kind of goes into what I've been doing this past week, because I've been doing that hustle. I've been putting my nose to the grindstone, trying to get things for the network, and I got 2 more to announce this week, so that's pretty cool. But let's get the business out of the way. Promotional consideration paid for by the following, whatever. Obviously, we have vapevigilante.com. There's a link in the show notes, and if it's your first time buying from them and you use code SAVE20P, you'll save 20% on your first purchase from them. They have a lot of great deals. I mean, I'm using the Ripe collection right now from Savage, and it is delicious. It is very delicious. I also have the Vape Vigilante line as well. It's really good stuff, really good vape juice if you do vape. If you're not interested in the Savage stuff, you can also check out breezy.com, breazy.com. Link in the description on that as well. They didn't give us a good promo code, so yeah. But you can use that. They have a lot of different ones. They, it's not just, in this case, Savage, who does all these. It's a bunch of other companies, so you can find your Pound It and some of the other ones. I'm so tempted to buy a bottle of Pound It, which was that cool ass pound cake flavor I was vaping for a while. It was a lemon glazed pound cake. Delicious. But I know vaping isn't for everybody. So our 2 new sponsors, which it's really cool. We're kind of a geeky, nerdy, if you want to use those terms. Podcast.
Where'd you get that idea?
Yeah, where we get that? Just a tad.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
So one thing
Like
that
Ant-Man size.
what some of us do is we collect things, right? So what's a better sponsor?
Oh yeah, I totally don't have.
So honestly, like, it was just a perfect fit to go and have Sideshow Collectibles. Link in the description. Link in the show notes. Sponsor us. I mean, they're really awesome. Their shit's top notch, like amazingly good quality statues and figurines and even kind of I want to say apparel, but it's like it's more along the lines of like bags and stuff.
Mm.
Accoutrement.
Accoutrement, and then they also have. I mean, it's mind blowing. They do prints. Like their prints are fucking really nice, but they're all like limited runs. So
Okay.
it's like the limit of 200. Once those 200 are gone, they're gone. So it's like, well, shit. I know for me personally, and I know I can't afford to do this. So I'm not, because I'm trying to be a responsible human being, and I also can't even do the payment plan, because they do payment plans on their stuff too, which is really cool. So they'll break it down to like, oh, well, we could break this down to like 4 payments for you. As opposed, because their stuff is pricey. Let's be honest. But they had a life-size baby Groot with over 15 points of articulation. It is fucking amazing. They're selling it for what, $143 right now, and they have a payment plan on that. So it's two payments of what is it, 7150.
70. Yeah, I was gonna say 70 something.
7150 or
Yeah.
something like that, which is really
Math.
cool. Yeah, I should ask you to do all the math, Ray, because apparently you're
I'm a supercomputer, Jeremy. I'm made of math.
You're made of math. Yeah.
That's this musical. Yeah.
I mean, still cheaper than Star Citizen.
Also, our other sponsor, really cool. It's nice to have a snack support us, which is really cool because we talk about food quite a bit. All the shows talk about food quite a bit.
Yeah.
And of course, we're talking about gourmet.
You're talking about pound cake is making me hungry. Just from talking about vapes.
Fair.
Which you can't eat.
Yeah, you can't eat.
No, I know.
That.
That's the point.
But what we're talking right now is gourmet small batch popcorn. Of course, I'm talking about Gary Poppins. Gary Poppins puts out some amazing fucking popcorn. To be perfectly honest with you, it's very, very, very high quality. It's definitely worth it. I had the pleasure last Christmas season. I was working at a World Market, and they stocked the holiday Gary Poppins popcorn. And I'm not a popcorn guy by any stretch, but this shit was amazing. I enjoyed it so much. So yeah, there's a link in the description to check them out. There should also be a promo code. I don't have it in front of me, or else I would say it on air, but it's for the first purchase. I believe it's 15% off, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely high quality, and
Didn't you tell me that they have pumpkin spice?
yes, they have pumpkin spice caramel corn.
Which would be so much better than me just putting pumpkin spice on my actual pumpkin spice on my.
Absolutely, it definitely would be. But I mean, they got tons of different flavors, tons of different varieties. I mean, yeah, they got the pumpkin spice and all the other stuff. Let me actually see if I can pull up the coupon code. Yes, so the coupon code okay, so the coupon code it is 15% off, and it is 15 off. How could I not fucking remember? So you can save 15% off site-wide first time purchasing from them. Or if 15% like doesn't, if you're just like, well, I don't mind paying the extra. You can get free shipping for new customers using code TRYGP. Go and try Gary Poppins. It's actually pretty cool, pretty awesome. I'm actually really excited that they're on board. I'm really excited about all the sponsors we've gotten over this short time. Of course, there's Loot Crate. There's a link in the description. Get yourself a Loot Crate. It helps us out as well.
We have apple cinnamon. That mind blowing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
They have sriracha and honey mustard. I mean, damn.
White extra virgin olive oil with pink Himalayan salt. Oh, they got a flavor just for Ray.
Beets and mayonnaise.
Creamy dill.
Ooh! I would eat that. I absolutely
Yes,
would eat that.
We know.
Yeah, we know.
I love dill pickle chips.
With milk.
No, wow.
I mean,
that was an accident, and it did not end well.
I mean, they have their sweet popcorns. They have their savory popcorns. This is bacony cheddar ranch popcorn. That sounds so fucking good.
It's like, let's take a salad and take all the greenery out of it and add popcorn instead.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Dark white chocolate caramel.
Yep.
Caramel chipotle.
Yeah. Not crazy about chipotle, but the cheddar and white cheddar jalapeno may be interesting.
Yes, it might be. Or, if you just need a little pick-me-up, you could just go with the straight-up coffee.
Or coffee caramel. I do like myself a caramel frap.
Oh. Caramel nut crunch.
So, I have a red velvet bundt cake in the fridge.
I thought
that you are now thinking about.
And I'm really now thinking about going and getting it. Do we? I'm always eating food on this freaking podcast.
You're welcome. You are welcome.
Too bad you didn't get some Chinese first.
Yeah. Or ribs.
I got to have Chinese this weekend. It was fantastic. It was the first Chinese I've had in 4 months.
I mean, or it could be ribs, where you could just send Ball in a picture of ribs.
Or cake. That's disgusting.
That's ribs.
Yeah. That's just evil. Because you see, folks, he comes in, I have high blood sugar. I can't have cake.
Yep.
And it looks like ribs, which I don't have. So, it's something I can't have that looks like something I don't have.
Oh, it was terrific. It is a whole different kind of evil.
It is, really. It is monstrous, actually.
I believe your comment on that was, so this is what I get for always recommending Chinese.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, and that was before he knew it was cake.
Yeah.
That was before he knew it was cake.
Yep.
And then it was
evil.
This is concentrated evil. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, it was so beautiful.
I laughed so hard.
See, the thing is, I was contemplating tagging you in that, and I was just like, nah, I'll just leave it there. He'll see it.
Yeah. Well, because
no reason to pull attention to it,
If you want me to see something, you have to tag me. Yeah. Because especially in like the images and videos thing, because I just a lot of times I'll just ignore it.
Yeah.
The images and videos thing, I'm just like.
The piece de resistance of that was the fact that it was a Facebook video. And Todd knows I don't Facebook.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no way I was ever going to see the truth of that.
True.
I mean, the thing is if you'd clicked the thing, it would have just played the video in Discord.
It says 0 seconds. I clicked it, nothing happened. Yeah.
So Facebook is really weird about converting over to Discord.
It works like 90% of the time, in my case. In some cases, it's just like, nah, fuck you. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have issues trying to get anything from Facebook over to Discord.
And that's
I have to like screenshot it. I've given up on getting videos.
Yeah. No, I get you on that.
If I want a picture, I have to screenshot or download the picture.
Yeah. So, 2 big news articles this week were production on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has been halted. Apparently it is off the schedule now.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's not good news.
No.
I'm just gonna say I've given this advice to people before. Anybody out there, if you ever become famous, scrub your Twitter history and start over the moment you think you're about to become in the public spotlight.
Yeah.
Fair.
Just kill it and start fresh.
I
You'll
mean,
be better off. You just
I mean, you could, or you can do something else, and I'm not going to bring that up because we really don't talk politics here. So you just be like, yeah, it's there, whatever. Crazy times. It's all fake. Fuck you.
Fake news.
Yep. Well, blame it on Google. Fuck Google. Google's the reason why we're doing so poorly in the ratings. Really? Fuck you.
I'm gonna go get my cake.
Get your cake.
oh, that was beautiful.
Yep. All right, so while Ray's gone. No, so yeah, I mean
Yeah.
yeah, so there's the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, which was just like that caught me off guard. It's not surprising, but it caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Because that's something that was initially pushed ahead, and then see, the reason why I didn't start another topic or do something silly was because I knew
like
Ray had
me.
the headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I do.
But yeah, so it caught me off guard that they would even start pre-production and then kind of tell everybody like, oh, hey, you can go on and do your own other little project. You could take other jobs on, which I thought was really fucking weird. But it's not surprising. Now, Marvel did have a meeting with Taika Waititi, who did Thor Ragnarok, which I enjoyed, ball and hated.
I didn't hate it. I just thought the tone wasn't proper for the movie. That's all.
Fair.
It was a good movie. It was a disappointing Marvel movie. That's where I stand on it.
I still think it's one of the better Thor films.
That's not really saying a lot, honestly.
Fair. But then again, I didn't like the first Thor. I liked the second Thor, and the third Thor, I was just like, yes, I like this. You know, I can flat out say, like, I enjoyed this.
I still have problems remembering the second Thor film.
You had Crystal Eccleston telling the Asgardians that they needed to bring him 60
How do I
cars
have
or
trouble
whatever.
remembering that? I adore Christopher Eccleston.
Well, he was in face paint or makeup and stuff. He played Malekith,
Still,
and there was
though.
Curse. And there was all the characters we knew from Midtown.
Yeah.
I had you.
Yeah, and I've so since saying that I have trouble remembering Thor 2, I have or the Dark World or whatever.
Yeah.
I have since rewatched it, and I still have trouble remembering it. And I don't understand why. I'm not sure what it is about it that makes it so.
The question is, do you like it or dislike it?
I don't know.
So what I'm getting is you're very indifferent on the film, and it either way it's just like meh.
It's just meh.
Yeah.
It's not. I guess I would have to say that it just doesn't.
It doesn't
have
grab
an
you.
impact on me. It doesn't grab me. Yeah. No.
I mean, it's what you're saying is, it's not bad, but it's no, Fantastic Four 2 Rise of the Silver Surfer either.
Fuck you, Colin.
I also don't
Fuck
remember
you.
that movie.
The only reason why I remember that movie is because, well, first off, I did see it in theaters with my ex. But when I was working in sales, it was one of those videos that was played on a loop when we were pushing Blu-ray, when Blu-ray was just becoming a thing. That and Bridge to Terabithia.
I remember.
Fuck that movie. Fuck that movie.
That movie made me cry so much.
That movie made me want to hit people because they're just like, oh well, because we didn't have any copies of the fucking movie, but we're showing the goddamn movie, and everybody's just. And I got to a point, I'm just like, I'll throw the disc in if you fucking buy this setup. Like, I will give you this movie. Just get it out of here.
Get it out. Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I liked the Bridge to Terabithia movie, but I also adored the book.
That's fair. That's fair.
And-
I couldn't. I guess it's because of the way that retail stores work, where they have
Mhm.
because they're supposed to have a display reel, to display oh, well, here's the thing for the TV. It goes in the Blu-ray player. At least this is the way it goes pretty recently anyway. And it shows off oh, this is all about Sharp's really good about that. They'll have their own demo reel. You put it in there and it shows this is what this resolution would look like, but this is what you can watch on this TV. You know?
Okay.
But back when Blu-ray was coming out, I mean, you had Blu-ray and you had HD DVD. And
Had.
keyword, yeah.
Yeah.
We had somebody who worked with us who championed HD DVD, saying how it was a better format and all the other stuff and blah blah blah. And I'm like, how? Well, it's just so much better, and it's got an add-on for the Xbox 360. I'm like, yeah, it's got an add-on. It's an extra thing you have to fucking buy for your console.
One advantage HD DVD had is that it could hold more information than a Blu-ray.
Really?
Yeah, Blu-ray is 25 gigs at the time. HD DVD was 50.
Huh.
Yeah, that was the only advantage. Unfortunately, the adult film industry backed Blu-ray. So now we have Blu-ray.
I'm looking at HD DVD disc size. HD DVD was 15 to 30.
Weird. I could have sworn he was larger. I remember at the time.
Well, see, the thing was, HD DVD was... You had some movies which were only 15 gigs on the disc, but then you had others, they were dual layered. They did dual layering first before Blu-ray, and that gave them the edge in that sense, because it was 30 gigs versus 25.
Mm-hmm.
But then Blu-ray was just oh, you want a dual layer? Fuck you. 50. How do you like them apples? So, yeah.
But I mean, I can understand disliking a movie for having it play too much, because when I worked in Kmart, they had one of the portable DVD things, or Blu-ray. Is probably portable Blu-ray player. I don't know.
What year was this?
This was when I was in North Carolina, so it was blue. I mean, it was obviously Blu-ray.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because it was only I lived in North Carolina. I lived in North Carolina maybe the year before I met you.
So about 4 years ago.
Yeah. Blu-ray's been around for more than 4 years, hasn't it?
It has. It has been around for more than 4 years, but I honestly can't say I've ever seen a portable Blu-ray player.
I could be. I don't know. Anyway, the Lorax.
Oh, yeah. Fuck that movie, too.
I mean, I love the Lorax. I've seen the Lorax enough times. And I liked it when it first came out, but I've seen it enough times now that I'm just
Yeah, I mean, I worked at a Sears.
And Horton Hears a Who.
Yeah, oh, fuck that movie, too. See,
I liked it when it first came out.
I worked for a Sears, so it was the same company.
Yeah.
And they had closed my store a year before, give or take.
Okay.
So wait, 4 years ago, it would have been 2014. No, they closed my store in 2012.
Okay.
So, yeah. So yeah, I mean it's one of those things.
2014. Yeah, that would have been the year that I was in North Carolina. It was 2014.
So
yeah, because college was. Heck if I know. I don't know. Time is stupid. It's a really big piece of cake, and I'm not sticking that entire thing in my mouth.
I bet me and Ray, if we really wanted to, we could just tell you horror stories about working for that company.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was
Like the fact that after I got in the car accident, which is what ended up having me move back here,
Mhm.
and I was still on narcotics, and they told me that if I didn't show up to work Black Friday while I was on narcotics, that I would be fired. You're not legally allowed to work
Yeah.
and handle money when you're on narcotic pain drugs.
One of my big horror stories now.
I'm sorry.
Now this involves my ex in a sense. She had had an injury and gotten blood clots, which was horrible. And I was really broken up about it because I'm like, I can't go and see her or anything like that, and blah blah blah, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And my manager, the person that took over as store manager, was me and him never got along. And people were just like, really sorry to hear about this, but you'll make it through. She'll be all right, that kind of stuff. And that was cool. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm in the back doing the magical check for there's an item. Oh, you sure you don't have?
Yeah.
You want to check the back, which means
Yeah,
we go
Narnia
back.
Back for me? Yeah.
So yeah,
okay.
So I go to Narnia.
I'll go check the back.
Yeah.
So I went to the back, and I'm just kind of like bullshitting with the with the people in receiving, and stuff like that. And they're just like, "Are you sure you're okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm managing, I'm hanging in there." And all of a sudden, the dickhead manager comes comes to the back, and he says hi to everybody, and he looks at me and goes, "So how's your cripple doing?"
Oh.
And I go, I hope she's doing all right. Does your wife know that you're fucking 16-year-olds? Because that was a thing that everybody in the store knew about. Because he wasn't quiet about it.
Mm.
People who make bad life decisions usually aren't quiet about them.
So that got me a 2-month suspension.
Yeah. Put the record, by the way, people out there who are listening, the back room door from Narnia, it's actually a teleportational nexus that also leads to the same place that car salespeople go when they're going to talk to their manager about about the quote for the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or the place where Jiffy Lube gets her oil.
Yeah. Yep. Jiffy Lube, ironically named because they don't use any in multiple senses of that term.
But yeah, so like, it's just, that was like to this day, like that was like one of the worst moments. And then like the assistant manager, like I was still under suspension, and the assistant manager would give me a call and say, "Hey, we're getting the floors cleaned this week. Do you think you can come in and just kind of make sure they don't steal anything?" And I'm like, "I'm under suspension." He goes, "Well, technically you're not working with customers, nor are you working with him." So, and I'm like, "Fair enough." So I ended up working like a 5-night stretch of them doing the floors.
Oh, wow.
And
Did you get paid?
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah, well, he wasn't going out.
I mean,
let's face it.
I
This is tough.
actually made more money doing that than I was selling stuff at that point too,
Nice.
because I ended up getting the pay. What they do is they usually have 2 managers there, so that spot gets manager pay.
Okay.
So
I mean, technically, you were supervising people.
exactly. So I was getting the same pay as the assistant manager that was with me, while we sat in the break room watching movies that I brought because we had nothing better to do.
Nice.
It was terrific.
That's wonderful.
But it's
So you're kind of being paid the same amount as the guy who basically got you suspended.
no,
Okay.
the other guy made more money.
Okay, I'm saying along the same tier is what I'm saying.
Well, there was a big difference because the assistant store manager was hourly still, and the store manager was salary.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, that is a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like 5 days from
Yep.
what is it? I think I got there at like 9 p.m. every night, and I left at about 9 a.m. every morning. So it was 12 hours, 5 days, and then because it was over 40 hours,
Yep.
it was
Overtime.
I was getting time and a
Overtime.
half on that.
Because you were hourly after all at that
Yes,
point. not
exactly,
salary.
exactly. It was terrific.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's
I loved,
fantastic.
it was. I mean, he looked out for me, but the store
Yeah.
manager was a total dickhead.
Yeah.
So I
Mhm.
mean, there was that, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean that's like one of the worst ones. One of the worst stories I have. I mean, there's
Yeah.
funny ones as well, like the old store
Mhm.
manager. Like he was like a really no nonsense guy. He would joke around, but like when it came down to like selling stuff, it was like, if you're selling stuff, you know what you're doing. So only get me if you absolutely need me. And there
Mhm.
was a swing set somebody wanted, and so the guy's like, "Oh, I want to see your swing set." So I'm like, "All right, yeah." I show him the swing set, and it was like I think it was like $149.99 or some shit like that. He goes, "I'll give you $20 for it," and I look at him and I'm like, "Sir, this is not a flea market or a garage sale.
Yeah. There's no haggling.
There's no haggling." He goes,
Yeah, there's
"What's
no haggling in retail.
He goes, "Well, what's
Yeah.
the best price you can give me on it?" And I'm like, "Well, the best
$149.
price I can give you is $149.99.
Yeah.
Why are you being so fucking rude? I want to talk to your manager." Get on the intercom. Jim, Garden Center. And he
Yeah.
calls the Garden Center phone and he goes, "This better be an emergency. What's going on?" And I'm like, "I have a guy here who wants to talk to you about a swing set." He goes, "Just sell him the fucking swing set." And I'm like, "He wants it for $20. He goes, "I'll be right out." He comes out there and the guy's just like, he goes, "Oh, so you're the manager? This piss for brains fuck face ain't giving me what I want." And he's just cursing me out, and I'm just standing there smiling, going,
Mhm.
And Jim goes, "Well, this swing set is, what were your concerns about it?" He goes, "Can you give me a better price on it?" And he goes, "Well, it's normally $200. It's on sale for $149.99. That's the best price I can give you right now, because we have box stock of it. Like, it's not like I can mark this one down because it's a display." The guy's just like, "Well, I'll take the display then." And he goes, "Sir, it really doesn't work
We
that
can't
way."
do that.
And it's just like, "Well, I want the damn display, blah, 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 blah." And he's like, "All right, fine, I'll sell you the display." And he's just like, "All right, I'll give you $20 for it." And Jim looks at him and goes, "Get the fuck out of this place. This is not a flea market. This is not a garage sale. You cannot haggle over a price like this." And the guy's just like, "This is the last time I shop here." And he goes, "It wasn't like you were buying anything anyway."
Yep.
It was terrific. Loved it.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. We got sidetracked. Second news story. Apparently, there is one Comic-Con to rule them all now.
Yeah.
Any other comic book convention or any other convention that used the term Comic-Con in there is no longer allowed to do it. Because apparently the San Diego Comic-Con is the only Comic-Con in the United States as per a judge's ruling.
In the know you.
So stupid. That's
Yeah.
so stupid. It's so stupid. It's the SDCC. It's San Diego Comic Con.
New
Yeah.
York
And they have been
Comic-Con?
since the 70s, yeah.
New York
Yeah.
Comic-Con, that's just like, it's going to be happening in a couple weeks.
They're gonna have to
maybe a
change their
month.
name.
They
apparently.
have to.
That's so stupid.
I think what they're going to do is it's going to be the New York Comic Convention, and they'll just do a convention at the end.
YUCC, yeah.
It's still the same thing. It's just going to do that.
I just think that's just such stupidity.
LA Comic Con, which just recently changed it. Well, Okay, so the LA Comic Con just recently changed its name, so it's fine because it's no longer the LA Comic Con. But before it was the LA Comic Con, it was Stan Lee's Kamikaze convention.
Okay.
If they hadn't done that name change in April from LA Comic Con to whatever the fuck it is now, forget what it is.
They'd be in the same kind of trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, their website still calls them LA Comic Con.
Here's the thing that you have to understand, though. This is a problem with trademark law.
Mm-hmm.
In trademark law, if you do not aggressively defend your trademark, you no longer have it.
Yeah.
It's gone. Gone. So, if LA Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con did not do their very best to ensure that the courts knew, and effectively the courts just said, you know what, at this point, we're done hearing this. We're done. Comic Con belongs to you, nobody else can use it.
Yeah. I mean, it's similar to the issue a few years back with barcades. Bars that have a focus on arcade cabinets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People would refer to them as barcades all the time, but there was one business that decided that they were going to name themselves Barcade and trademark it. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, nobody else can call themselves that now. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? That is bullshit.
Now, the thing to keep in mind is Barcade and San Diego Comic Con are absolutely not the bad guys in this situation.
No, they're not.
It's trademark law. Trademark law, copyright, all intellectual property law in this country is kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's actually the takeaway on this. It's not San Diego Comic Con. They just basically happen to be the people who made it first, and therefore the people who have the trademark.
See, and when I mentioned this beforehand to you, Fallen, you were just like, well, I thought that was just like one big group that was just like, well, it's the Comic Con.
Storms said that.
Oh, it was Storms. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that's not the case. I mean,
that's
exactly what San Diego Comic Con though was suing to prevent people from thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like how Kleenex brand facial tissues don't want people using the word Kleenex for any facial tissue.
I mean, this is why I use adhesive medical strips instead of Band-Aids.
Right.
But I mean, the thing is, when it comes down to it, yeah, that's a big fucking thing. That's you know, when it comes down to trademark and copyright and all the other stuff. But I had to I had to explain. I'm like, no, it's these are independent conventions. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
The only ones that are like big group conventions is like Wizard World.
Yeah.
So you'll have like Wizard World Chicago and Wizard World Philly and Orlando and whatever the fuck else they have it.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. PAX.
Yeah.
You have PAX West, which is this weekend. You have PAX.
You've got PAX
East.
Prime, PAX East, PAX West, and then PAX Ox.
Yeah.
In Australia.
Yeah.
And Unplugged, yeah.
Yeah.
PAX Unplugged.
But now the funny thing is Salt Lake Comic Con, which they're going to have to change the name, they're the ones who actually brought this lawsuit to light.
Yeah.
They have been arguing for years that the term Comic Con is a generic term that means comic convention. And the problem is it was slipping into that. And that's exactly what trademark law says you have to push to protect.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why San Diego brought it to bear, and that's why this ruling even happened.
So first and foremost, thank you, Salt Lake. Now we have to have a new word in our lexicons.
Yay.
That someone's eventually going to trademark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then that word goes away too.
Great. Well, yeah, because I go to a lot of not comic conventions, but I go to a lot of anime conventions. Not quite so many as I used to, but I'm trying to get back into going to more. But everyone calls them cons. Yeah. Because why? I don't want to bother with the extra syllables. I'm lazy.
Well, everybody in the South calls soda Coke, but you can't call your product Coke unless you're Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between the patrons saying it and the actual
Mhm.
organization saying it.
Right.
I mean, we're
But
still
I
going to
mean,
be able
like,
to we're still going to be able to call it like,
oh yeah, no,
oh, I'm going to the New York Comic Con.
I'm going to the con. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to, but that's also
I'm going to AWACon,
Well, see, but that's another thing.
which is true.
As long as it's
Maybe
not
we
called
can Atlanta.
Comic Con.
Yeah, as long as it's not called Comic Con,
Yeah.
you're fine.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm going to AWA.
So I mean, that's a big thing. That's something that affects a lot of conventions, and I've never been to San Diego Comic Con. I left the Northeast before New York Comic Con really took off. You know, so I didn't get to experience that. I mean, my conventions were Chiller Theater and Fangoria. Those were my two.
Mhm.
And I would go to those. I would enjoy the hell out of that. I did PAX. I loved PAX. PAX was a terrific convention. But I mean, I have Dragon Con. Like,
I was gonna say the biggest one that I've ever been to is Dragon Con.
I would argue that, I mean, the largest I've been to was PAX East. That was the largest one I had been to. But yeah, I haven't been to a Dragon Con. But I mean, it's still one of those things. Like,
yeah,
it's on the list of like, I want to do that. Like, I want to go to more conventions. I want to do more stuff. You know, I just don't have the time because I like to keep myself fucking busy.
When I was growing up, Tabletop Geek Nirvana was Gen Con in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin.
Yep.
That was Nirvana for nerds. That was where everyone wanted to go someday. And
Gen Con's on my list.
Yeah. It's not the same Gen Con these days, unfortunately.
True.
But, you know, still, it's still massive. That name recognition. And for anybody out there who's confused about trademark and why it needs to exist, let me give you a little scenario. Middle of Idaho. Guy named Bob McDonald wants to open a business. He decides to open a restaurant catering to burgers and fries. He cannot name that restaurant McDonald's because you're going to go in there expecting Big Macs, fries, etc.
Yeah.
And basically, that's misleading. And that's how trademark happened. They said, you know what? You can only name one business branch, whether it's a franchise or whatever. You can only name. That's how franchises happen, of course. But you can only name it this if you are affiliated with it. Because otherwise, you're going to confuse people. They'll be taking business that these people thought they were taking to a different company. That's how that all happened. Just quick primer. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a worthy goal, but still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But the thing is, like, if, for example, I'm looking at a list of tabletop conventions right now in the U.S. Or gaming conventions in the U.S. Should I say?
Game cons.
Yeah, game cons. And you have, for example, Origins, which is another big. Origins Game Fair is another big tabletop thing. But it's just known as Origins, you know?
Yeah.
Who's to say EA doesn't try to swoop in and do a trademark on Origins, you know?
Well, here's the other funny facet about trademark law. I mentioned McDonald could not open a restaurant called McDonald's. He could open an electronic shop and call it McDonald's. Because the reasoning there under trademark law is that the consumer could not expect to walk into an electronic shop and get a Big Mac.
Okay, so arguably you're right.
So he could also open a like a breakfast restaurant.
No, it'd still be a restaurant.
Yeah, it has to be a non-competing
industry.
Business.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, like, let's just say hypothetically EA wants to do a like a big showcase of all their stuff, and they just call it Origin, right? And then different from their online fucking thing, you know, their Steam wannabe. And they decide to copyright that because what does a convention do? You typically showcase shit off, you know.
But the thing is, of course, Origins already has it trademarked, they're screwed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing that, and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just looking at them, I mean, there's so many fucking conventions. Like you got the Dice Tower Con, Mega Moose Con, which I've never heard of. Apparently, that already happened. I'm curious about Mega Moose. Let me Mega Moose.
It sounds like a furry superhero.
Mega Moose Con, a board game convention. Yeah, it just happened like this past weekend in Richburg, South Carolina. $35 for all weekend. $25 for Saturday only.
That's not terrible pricing on a wow.
Well, an unheard of con. I
mean,
let me see where their location is.
Turns out it's like 2 blocks away and you just didn't notice.
The Gateway Conference Center. So yeah, it's like one of those small little conference center cons.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they're touting that it's 12,000 square feet. Facility.
That's like 120 by 100.
Yeah.
12,000 square feet. Are you kidding me?
Of course, they have a picture of people playing Shadowrunners, and the guy kind of looks like Gygax. Because there's always that old guy that looks like Gygax at these things. Like,
yeah, exactly.
He looks like Gygax. Take a picture. But yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of interesting. Like, there's like around me, there's really not much convention-wise. And Dragon Con's a big one.
Yeah.
But like Mega Moose is like the next closest. Oh, no, there's ShushCon. What the fuck's ShushCon?
What? That sounds like a librarian's convention.
So first off, ShushCon links me to a Facebook page.
Oh no.
ShushCon is a free games and geekery convention. Well then, did you say free?
Yeah.
At the Waccamaw Neck Branch Library.
Well, I was right.
Library.
Yeah. Every single librarian just sat up and went, what? Without even knowing why, because they don't even know. They just suddenly, at this moment while we're recording, sat went, there's a disturbance in the forest.
Somebody's mentioned our activities.
And they're being incorrect about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, just... What the flying fuck?
And damn librarians.
Like, what is it? Like, looking Mid-Atlantic, because that's the region I was in initially. We had Dreamation, which was in Morristown, New Jersey. Genericon in Troy, New York. PrinceCon in Princeton. SimCon in Rochester, New York. Winnacon in Terrytown, New York. Steel City Con in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. DexCon, Morristown. World Board Gaming Championships in Seven Springs, Pennsylvania. What's a good one?
For the record, by the way, for people out there, Morristown is not a convention center of Mecca by any stretch of the imagination.
They make it sound that way.
I know, right? But it's really tiny when you get it's got a rural feel to it. It's got a main street, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, and I mean, like, Chiller Theater Expo, that was the one I always would go to. And that was in Parsippany, New Jersey. Well, actually, yes, it was, for as long as I remember, it was in Parsippany. And then they merged with Fangoria Convention at one point, and that was, like, really confusing for us. Because we're just like, it's the same fucking convention. Why are you calling it Fangoria Chiller Theater? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's both. Like, just call it Chiller Theater, because that's exactly what it was. The only difference was I couldn't buy bootleg Japanese films at the Fangoria Chiller Theater. So, I don't know. But yeah.
So since we're talking about conventions, I just went to look and see because there's of course there is. Ballin's about to make fun of me.
Mm-hmm.
Bracing myself for it now. There's Broadway Con.
It's a lot. To be honest, wherever you find experience or a hobby or anything with a very large audience, someone's going to build a convention to take their money.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
I unless I become like get a lot of money. Well, and have enough. Basically, unless I have enough money to actually be going out to watch Broadway, I'm not going to be able to go to Broadway Con. Just a general 3-day pass is $200.
Then let's face it, they have priced well for their intended audience.
Yeah.
It's so distressing. It's so distressing. I hate this so
Okay,
much.
so first off, it's at the Hilton in Midtown, New York.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn. You might as well go see Broadway at that
The
point.
full weekend
I
experience.
know, right?
The full weekend experience is $165. But
No, $195.
I'm
$200.
I'm looking at their page right now.
So am I.
I'm at their main page, and it's just like
I mean, here's where you find out
weekend
that
experience is $165. Full weekend access to programming, access to the Broadway Con marketplace, access to extra experiences all weekend long. There's additional perks.
Yeah, I'm seeing all that, but I'm seeing $195.
And folks, here's where you find out your favorite search engine is selling your information so that they know that Ray has been looking up Broadway stuff and musical stuff all the time, and they jack up the price.
So so the reason why you're seeing it that way is because you're at the reserve your tickets page from ShowClicks.
Oh.
I'm on their main page where they're trying to give you the soft sell.
I mean, because I did click through.
But we all know that general pass wouldn't be good enough. Ray would have to go gold.
I want the gold pass.
Guaranteed
No,
general
I
admission,
don't-
main stage seating, Broadway Con swag bag, and 3 guaranteed guest autographs or photos of your choice.
Of your choice, right?
My choice.
But you could also, I think these prices were the pre-sale prices. I think that's what it was.
That could be too.
Because for, I guess, pre-sale $1,000, you can go platinum.
Platinum. They're sold out on the platinums.
Yeah, it's sold out in pre-sale. Reserved premium seating for all panels, enhanced swag bag with exclusive merch, meet and greet with Broadway Con guests. What are the additional perks? I'm curious.
I don't. I need to know.
Can I wound Ray more?
Probably.
Front of line access to
Probably.
all autographs and photograph experiences. Reserve premiums. Okay, we erased that.
Yeah.
Exclusive collectible platinum pass pin. Upgraded tote bag. Okay, so that's a swag bag.
Yeah.
Exclusive marketplace preview on Friday morning.
Okay, so you get to go to the marketplace earlier, and that's just
Expedited on-site
That's not
check-in.
right.
Exclusive meet and greet with special guests, which is what we kind of said. Guaranteed access to all autograph and photograph experiences.
all of them. Oh.
Exclusive
Not just 3 picks, all of them.
exclusive
Access to all of them, not necessarily getting one.
exclusive customer service liaison for questions before and during
okay.
the event.
Okay, but it's front of line access to all autograph, and so you get to go to the front of the line on all autograph and photograph. So yes, you're getting all.
Along with all the other people who have platinum.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair, but
But how many do you think they would do? You know?
They're sold out.
I mean they're sold out, but so they probably don't have that many platinum passes. Plus the
I'd probably say about
Autograph.
250, maybe 300.
yeah, and the autograph photograph time slots generally at most cons. I don't know, if Broadway Con has that, but Generally speaking, autograph, they have like time slots, and you can, I mean, it's like a real fast snap a photo,
Yeah,
or get a autograph. I mean,
yeah.
you're there
either,
for like,
you either take a photo or you ask a question and get an autograph.
yeah, it's you're through there in like 30 seconds, and they're there, but they're there for like usually 2 hours.
It gets
2 hour time slots, stuff like that.
it gets better.
Oh no.
Exclusive customer service hotline during the event, and complimentary coat check, 1 item per day. Also, there is more that they don't list.
Oh, and more. Oh my god.
And more. Exclamation point, all in italics.
All for the low cost of $1,000.
So here's the thing, like, if you were to do a single day, which is $80, which, fair. Access to a single day of programming, access to a single day of the marketplace, official program book, access to enter the autograph and photograph lottery.
Yeah. That means you can go stand in line and hope that you can get in line, that you can get there.
I see somebody drawing names and saying, okay, you're good on this one. Like, they draw names and they give you a bracelet and they go, there you go.
You can stand in line now.
Yeah, you can stand in line now.
That's probably it. Gosh.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, you say that $1,000 like it's a lot of money. To the average person who goes to Broadway, it's not.
I mean, that's fair, which is like distressing to me.
Yeah.
Because that sucks.
Oh, what kind of guests are they gonna have? Alex Brightman, Danny Bernstein, or Bernstein, my mistake. Jonathan Grove. Did a little thing called Glee.
Anthony Rapp! Oh my gosh, Joe Iconis is gonna be there. Sorry.
I've never seen Ray get so... Ray's getting so excited about something they're never going to see.
I can't go to. George Salazar and Joe Iconis.
Anthony Rapp from Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, from Rent.
I'm saying Star Trek Discovery. Because there's probably more people that listen to the podcast that know him from Star Trek Discovery than they do from Rent.
Okay, I don't know him from Star Trek Discovery because I don't watch that.
But you don't watch Rent either, so...
No. But I'm saying, don't think that all Trekkies are into Discovery, damn it.
No, and I understand. I understand that. I completely...
If I had the 195, because the pre-buy is out, I think that 165 is the pre-buy.
Yeah.
So if I had $195 plus the hotel fees and the travel fees...
you can be standing within 1,000 feet or so of these people, yes.
No. The thing where you could do the three, because you get the access to 3.
Yep.
Joe Iconis, Anthony Rapp, George Salazar. I know my 3.
Yeah, but you would need the $395.
I thought that's the gold pass. That's where you get to access to all.
No, the platinum gets you access to all.
God damn it.
Gold gets you... No. The 195 gets you access for all 3 days, access to the marketplace all 3 days, the official program book, access to enter the autograph and photograph lottery, and more.
Oh.
Yeah, so you would have to shell out like $400 plus
I'd have to shell out
$400
plus lodging and...
Yeah. Damn it. You don't need to eat
so,
this weekend.
I need to go buy some lottery tickets.
They offer student discounts. Are you a high school student or college student attending Broadway Con? Use the access code STUDENT before selecting your tickets to unlock the student discount of 15% off your purchase of a general pass or day pass. You will be required to enter your school affiliation and school ID number during checkout.
Listen, I'm like, I could just...
Under 18? Download the parental permission form.
Joe Iconis and George Salazar are going to be there.
You only need $400, right?
Plus lodging and travel.
Yeah. I mean, arguably, you don't. Well, travel's really going to kill you, but I mean,
for lodging, if you get there early, you hit your 3, bam, 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 and leave, you're done.
Yeah.
you be back that night.
After I've shelled out $400 for a 3-day pass.
Well, that's the only way to do it. I mean,
that's the only way that I'm getting my.
I mean, if you really want, you could just get the Broadway Con Mood Tech Week shirt for $20.
and pretend you were there.
Yeah, I went Broadway Con, or you can get the 2018 lapel pin.
So I have the CD. The Joe Iconis and George Salazar did a album together called 2-Player Game. I have their CD, and it is good, and I love it, and I like listen to it nonstop in my car. It's just like the same. I think it's 10 songs on the album.
Well, then, hey, you practically met them anyway.
I wish. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
You're welcome.
I think we've done enough tormenting
I'm
Ray.
gonna cry.
Before we leave this subject
I
of
did
music
this to
entirely,
myself. I'm the one that brought up Broadway Con.
And we just made it horrible for you.
before
Yeah.
we leave the subject of music entirely, I'd like to say, as of yesterday, congratulations, Weird Al Yankovic, on finally getting a Hollywood Walk of Fame star. You are one of 4 artists who've had a #1 hit in every decade of the last 4 decades. You're an icon. You deserve it. And here's hoping for years more.
Yeah.
Awesome go, man.
Absolutely. I'm gonna drown my sorrows in red velvet cake.
That's like a red carpet treatment right there.
We all know that the time
I
that
can't stuff that much cake in my mouth.
what'll end up happening is once Ray's able to go to Broadway Con, they'll get their tickets before checking who's on the guest list and find out it's like the anniversary like reunion of Cats.
Yeah.
Yep.
So here's the thing. I have like the utmost respect for the actors in Cats. I really do, because the dancing and the skill. Cats has some very, I mean, the actors in Cats are extremely, extremely skilled.
Oh yeah.
The dancing in that musical is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't enjoy it. I have for some reason the story of it just kind of like I have a very, very hard time with it, and I don't know why.
For the record, for everyone out there, this is like when I say that Hayden Christensen is a fantastic actor and he gets a bad rap for the Star Wars prequels when it's not his fault. Yeah, what? He is.
I've only ever seen him play whiny character.
He's directed to do so.
Fair. And he does play whiny characters very well. But it's not my cup of tea.
Mark Hamill played a whiny Luke Skywalker.
Well, that's fucking fair. But he's also done so much more since then.
It's a family trait. The Skywalker men are whiny.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're really not wrong.
No, you really aren't.
There's not a single Skywalker man that's.
I mean, if you want a lot of fun, just imagine it's episode 6, you Return of the Jedi and everything, and Palpatine has just told Vader he has to go and take care of Skywalker, and he was like, I wanted to turn him to the dark side.
No.
That one moment, by the way, totally killed all the prequel for me. I was like, up till now, I was like, okay, I finally made it through. And the very last second of the very last movie in the prequels, they're just like, we got you. We got you. I mean, it was beautiful the way they executed that.
Have they ever, so I haven't seen any of the new Star Wars films. I almost said Star Trek. Which I really haven't watched. I really haven't watched either one. Too much. With the new Star Wars films, I haven't really watched those. So have they paid off? Like, what the fuck was Jar Jar Binks about? Or
Nope.
Nope.
However, I will say this much: they are better than the original trilogy for me. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate about that, and I don't care because I can't hear any of y'all that just got really ragey right now.
So, when you say it's better than the original trilogy, are we talking like the theatrical original trilogy, or are we talking about Lucas fucking with everything original trilogy?
You mean his beautiful, masterful vision that should have been in the theaters in the first place? He was planned everything out meticulously, and this is how he actually wanted it to be, but the studios wouldn't let him do it.
Yeah, because the studios had a problem with a brother and a sister fucking. You're telling me that was the plan all along.
I know, right? But no, honestly, the Star Wars films have always been okay for me, the original trilogy. The prequels are a dumpster fire. But honestly,
I mean,
episode...
the prequels, I'll agree with you to a point on them. Like, Revenge of the Sith was a fucking dumpster fire. I mean, of the three of them, Attack of the Clones is the best of the three, in my opinion. Yeah. It just hit a lot of those notes that I enjoy in Star Wars versus the other two bullshit ones.
Yeah, Phantom Menace and
Yeah.
Phantom Menace had exactly one good moment, and it was right at the end.
Phantom Menace had like two good characters in it. Mm-hmm. And both were killed off way too early. One, of course, is Qui-Gon Jinn, played by Liam Neeson, and the other one was Darth Maul. I think they could have gone places with him. Oh wait, they're doing more with Darth Maul now in the animated shit.
I have to say, I did like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan.
As a young Obi-Wan, yeah, definitely. I mean, he's one of those actors that does an amazing job regardless. So
yeah, he throws everything into it. Yes. Now, I will say that though that episode 7 and episode 8, I don't care what y'all say about episode 8, I liked it. Both of those are better than anything in the original trilogy to me. Mm-hmm. Maybe the very first, episode 4, Star Wars: A New Hope. Basically, maybe that approaches them, but in my opinion, no. And don't say about acting, because the acting in the original Star Wars trilogy was not great.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't great.
No. It was passable. It was enough to make it an icon.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, if I were to... Because I've already talked about the prequels. The prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
The original trilogy, I mean, for me, and I know I'm not, like, in a minority on this. While A New Hope was good and was a great place to start off, I really enjoyed Empire.
That is a very majority opinion, and I have to say it was definitely better than Jedi.
Well, yeah.
Jedi, for me, gets an honorary position as the 4th prequel movie in its quality.
It is the prequel to the new saga.
Yeah. I mean, that's where it
that's how you really feel.
Yeah, I mean...
You learn about that Yub Nub?
Oh, God, the Ewoks. But, yeah. And that, of course, is where the whole brother and sister angle came from.
Sure.
Well, no, it's the whole brother and sister thing. Like, I mean, if you've watched all 3 films, like, kind of like in quick succession,
yeah,
those plot points are dropped throughout those first 2 fucking films.
Yeah.
Like, even Obi-Wan's kind of like, I gotta tell you something, we'll tell you after this mission, and then boom, he dies. And it's just like, well, I guess you're not gonna find out now, you know?
Actually, here's the funny thing. There was no plan for the whole there is another and everything like that. There was no plan. It was just some mysterious thing that they were leaving to be written in later.
Yeah, no, legit. But how could it be written in later if Lucas said that his whole saga was
I know,
planned out?
But all I have to say is if you believe... one of 2 things. If you have heard Lucas say that he had it all planned out, you believe one of 2 things. Either that he is a tremendous liar or that he wrote an incest film. Yeah. It's one of those 2 things. There is no third interpretation.
I mean, arguably, I can kind of go about the same thing when it comes to Back to the Future, the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Because that shit gets
No, there's
creepy
that
as
moment.
fuck.
Yeah, I know. But at least with that kiss, there is an acknowledgement of this is creepy as fuck. There is
Yeah.
no acknowledgement of that with Luke and Leia.
Yeah,
Nope.
no.
It's
Luke was just
completely
back to
brought
this whole,
us
yeah,
over.
I'm king of the fucking universe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Suck it, Han.
don't actually, but yeah.
I mean, they're in the was it whatever the fuck Star Wars takes place in, and galaxy
In the
far,
past.
far away. We don't know how progressive they are. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, it's just a weird. It's really weird, like the Star Wars films and how they. Like they do have like that whole like incest subplot in there, and you're like, what?
Yeah, I know.
Why is that there?
Yeah.
Why is that even? Why are we discussing this?
I know. In fact, it's so weird that people are discussing it 40 years later.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's how weird that shit is.
I will say one thing though, and this is praise to George Lucas. Lucas, your director's commentary are way better than Ambien. If I ever need to go to sleep, I will pop in one of the Star Wars films you did with the director's commentary, and like 10 minutes, it's just like, okay, all right, we got the title scroll, like, boom, done.
Okay, here's the funny thing. The actual movies of that sometimes have that effect. Not because I find them boring, but because, thanks to cultural pressure, I have watched them so many times that I know them by heart.
So, I mean, the thing is, it's like I have seen a lot. I have seen them a lot,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but I had like, it's still one of those things. Like, I'll watch it if I don't have the director's commentary on. I'll be able to sit there and watch the entire thing. I put that director's commentary on though, and it becomes sleepy time for Todd. I'm just saying, like, it's a thing. It's like because it's not even like you two have listened to director's commentaries before.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
love director's commentaries.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Try listening to Lucas's director's commentary because it's not like any other director's commentary I've ever fucking heard before. Ever.
See, so I own the original trilogy
Uh-huh.
on VHS.
Good.
Yeah.
You've been,
That's it.
You've been spared. You've been spared the
I have the original trilogy on VHS special edition.
ooh.
So, yay. I get the worst of both worlds.
I used to have the original trilogy on VHS. It was the box set.
Yeah, that's what
in,
I've got.
in
I've got the box set.
letterbox.
Yeah.
And this was before Lucas decided to do all his fucking changes. It came out in I
Yeah.
think 89, maybe 1990. And I watched the shit out of that, and that was for me like a really cool thing. I would sit there and I'd watch them all, and I fucking knew the films really well. And then the special edition came out, and Greedo shot first, and I mean, which is always the big talking point of like,
Big space running around the Death Star when it blows up.
yeah. I mean, it's just like
That's the weirder thing for me, honestly.
well, but it's not so much of a fundamental change of a character by
Oh, no,
one
it's
moment.
not. No. But to me, that just stood out as weird.
And then I come to find out that not only did they change it so Greedo shot first, they changed it again later on, so
Yeah.
they shot at the same time.
And they're just undoing the previous change.
But
Not to mention comic relief Jabba.
I mean, I will say that the Jabba scene in the special edition of New Hope does add a little context. The comic relief stuff in there, I'm not fond of, but like Han meeting Jabba and kind of going over the thing of like, you dumped your cargo, you fucking owe me, I mean, that kind of adds to like Han being like, we got to get the fuck off Tatooine.
See, I liked it better when it was his underling Peter that he sent into Tatooine instead of the big crime lord coming out of his big safe palace.
Well, I'll
Fair.
give you that.
You know, I mean, Al Capone wasn't meeting with people off property in person. He wasn't going to throw himself out there like that, for example.
Mm-hmm.
As a crime lord, you pretty much build yourself up a place that's safe, and then you stay there. You're practically a prisoner to your own infamy at that point.
No joke.
Makes sense.
What annoyed me more than the comic relief Jabba was special cameo guest star Boba Fett. It's like so obviously thrown in for effectively fan service.
Yeah.
He had no purpose of being there.
Well, and I mean, adding in special guest cameo by Boba Fett was, I mean, there was no reason to add him in, but I don't think it really took much away.
Well, it didn't take anything away, but the thing is, Boba Fett's a bounty hunter, not a bodyguard. What was he even doing there? Is my question. That's all.
Well,
and here we are trying to make sense of the special edition. That's how far down this rabbit hole we go.
Oh, fuck. Why did we do this?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen the special edition.
How? How?
Because that doesn't sound even remotely familiar.
Is this a situation of like when Storms thought he saw a different version of Ghostbusters 2016 than we all watched?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, no, because I'm wondering if the box set that I have is because you said that you had like the VHS box set that was from like 1990.
Yeah, I
and then the special edition came out after that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the box set that I have is like the 1990 box set VHS, and because I mean it was obviously it was my parents' Star Wars
here's
VHS, and then I have since claimed them because
the special edition absolutely cleans up a lot of technical errors.
Oh, it absolutely does.
But then throws in a lot of story adjustments that were completely unnecessary.
Yeah, it's fair. I genuinely don't remember anything about Jabba or Boba Fett in the first.
Which means you're lucky.
Yes.
I mean, arguably, like I would have to rewatch it to kind of remember that Boba Fett scene. I vaguely remember it.
I'd have to go. It's been a while since I've watched any of the original trilogy, anyway. So I would have to hook up my VHS player.
The beauty of this is back in 2006,
right over there,
or whenever Revenge of the Sith was coming out on DVD, they released a box set, and then they sold them individually, which was really cool. The box set had the prequels and the special edition of the original trilogy on DVD and stuff, and I was like, all right, well, whatever. But then they started selling them separately. Like they sold the other, like the prequel film separately to begin with, so that wasn't a big deal. But then they started selling the original trilogy separate, and I jumped on that shit because it came with a bonus disc. Each one of them came with a bonus disc, which included the original theatrical cuts, which were no longer in existence according to Lucas because I made changes. Yeah. And
like you ever make changes to the master record.
Yeah. And I was so excited about that. Of course, those original theatrical versions don't have the commentary, so like those are the ones I'll typically watch if I want to watch Star Wars. I'll watch the ones with the commentary if I need to go to sleep. I mean, I think Storms might enjoy Lucas's commentary. Actually, at the same time, I think Lucas's commentary might be a little too dry for him. Because his commentary is, like, no joke, almost like watching Build stream. So, in this shot, I decided to go with a wide-angle lens. And, I wanted to film the scenery, and I had the actors act around the scenery, because that's what's important to a film. Yeah, that kind of shit.
Okay, no, so I'm looking at I had the master, the ones that I own is the Master Trilogy. I own the THX Master Trilogy, the 1995 box set.
That is
The last release of the original trilogy before the special editions came out.
okay.
So
Fair.
yeah.
Very
So
good
it
time.
was. Yeah. So I have never seen the special edition.
You now need to go look that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm scared.
You should,
You should
but
be.
yeah.
But yeah, it's
So-
just. I mean, it's.
If for no other reason than the musical scene in Jabba's palace is so superior to the original.
Well,
I mean-
crap.
I mean, to be fair, Ballin, I do like the original band.
That's my point. Yeah.
But the new band isn't horrible either. They did add a little something to it. Though it is unforgivable the fact that they changed the Ewok song at the end of Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Yub Yum or give me death. I don't want whatever the fuck you decide to put in there, motherfuckers. Can I just say thank you, George Lucas, for ruining my childhood? Thank you, George Lucas. I would like to thank our Disney overlords for
saving us.
for saving us.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Now all you need to do is do that for the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and we'll call it square.
Yeah. Well, you do that, I will take a trip to Disney World. And we all know that's where the money is for you guys. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, I haven't been to Disney.
I will go to Disney and I will buy a set of mouse ears. If you do that.
You'll wear them on podcast, but nobody will see it because you could just.
I'll wear my mouse ears.
You'll be able to recognize mine if I ever show them because it will have a Marvel logo on the left ear and a Star Wars logo on the right.
Fair.
They probably sell mouse ears with those, to be perfectly honest.
You're probably not wrong. So I'm wow, I can't believe we just ended up talking about fucking. Oh God, I can't believe we did that whole Star Wars
Musicals and Star Wars for an hour and a half.
Oh my God.
Now we need to end up with the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Oh God. Which is a combination of both.
Exactly.
Also, something that I haven't seen, and apparently I need to
Yes.
because it's musical.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm actually a little concerned. There are some things that I don't think should be like. So there's a Matilda. There's a musical version of Matilda, and like part of me is like I've heard some of the songs from it, and they're not bad. But I also I'm really afraid to try and find videos of Matilda the musical because I loved the movie so much growing up, and I don't want. There are just some things that I'm kind of like.
You're welcome, Ray. Oh wait, you already posted it, you son of a bitch.
Oh gosh, how long is this?
It's an hour and a half long.
According to both links.
Oh,
It's the
God.
same link.
I
It's
know.
the same link. It's the exact same link. I just that no. I'm bothered just from the picture.
Oh wait, the guy
What the heck is
uploaded
that?
a higher
What is that
quality.
supposed to be? Is that supposed to be Chewbacca or something?
It's a Wookiee.
It looks freaky.
I mean, they're on Kashyyyk. Actually, this is a higher quality version.
Oh, good. Yeah. Good move. Well, it's a clearer version. It's not a higher quality version. It's a higher definition version. That's yeah. A higher quality version isn't exactly possible.
Yeah, I mean, because apparently that's another thing that died in the Lucas fire. Apparently,
Yeah.
like the original
let's put it this
trilogy.
way. Yeah, let's put it this way, right? He didn't try to improve this. He just tried to have it destroyed and claim it never existed.
He just wished he could have given it the Atari treatment, to be honest.
Yeah, landfill.
Okay. Noted.
Yep.
So yeah,
I'm scared.
Also,
You should
the
be
Star
watching.
Wars Holiday Special was the first time that Boba
First
Fett
appearance.
actually made an appearance.
Yep, first appearance of Boba Fett.
Oh.
So it does have some significance, but at the same time, it's still like you're in for a ride.
Great.
Oh yes.
Joy.
But the music's good.
There are some things that
No, the music actually
there's
isn't. The music actually isn't bad.
okay. I would say, like I said, there are some things that I don't think should be made into musicals.
Well, I mean, this isn't necessarily a musical. This is legitimately a legitimately like them trying to do like a 1970s style holiday special,
Okay.
and it wasn't well received.
Mm.
I don't think people were ready for it. I don't think people now are ready for it.
Yeah. I really hope Disney does another one. They do like Holiday Special 2 Electric Boogaloo or whatever. And they like make it like 100 times better. Which isn't
Maybe-
saying much.
Maybe they can just get Jefferson Starship to reunite and do a song for this like they did in the first one.
Fair. That is fair.
Yes, that's right. Jefferson Starship lended their talent to this.
Oh god.
And fans everywhere went, what the fuck? Did they need money? I would lend them the money.
So yeah, it was 1978.
Drugs were involved.
It was the first official Star Wars spin-off.
Mm-hmm.
Introduced the character Boba Fett. The special is notorious for its extremely negative reception and has never been rebroadcast or officially released on home video. It has, therefore, become something of a cultural legend
Yeah.
because of the underground quality of its existence. It has been viewed and distributed in off-air recordings made from its original telecast by fans as bootleg copies and later adapted to content-sharing websites.
Go Boots. The only way I'll ever see a Broadway musical.
There is a scene in the video for Weird Al's White and Nerdy where he's buying a bootleg copy of the holiday special, and it's made to look like he's basically purchasing something like drugs.
So, what's...
I mean...
Yeah.
So here's something I didn't know. Riff Tracks released the special with added comedic commentary from Mike J. Nelson, Kevin Murphy, and Bill Corbett.
Riff Tracks. Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
But don't watch it that way for the first time. You want the honest cut the first time.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't speak for like other bootleg things, but as someone who only source of seeing Broadway musicals is bootlegs, yeah, it's kind of like drug deals.
Yeah. Well, there's your next fix.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
Great.
Music by Diane Carroll.
Diane Carroll, yep.
Jefferson Starship.
Mm-hmm.
B. Arthur.
Yeah. So Deadpool's on board.
And Carrie Fisher.
Yep.
Speaking of which, if anyone can hook me up with a Dear Evan Hansen bootleg, please let me know.
I mean,
just saying.
Carrie Fisher. So, Ray, if you want to honor Carrie Fisher, this is your way to do it.
All right.
Yep.
I will watch it for Carrie Fisher. I will watch it for Carrie Fisher.
Okay, good.
And, okay, here's something I have to say. I have never watched it, so I too will watch it. So, because pain shared is pain halved.
I've already watched it, so
How well do you remember it? Yeah.
well enough that I wish I didn't.
Well enough that we'll be able to talk about it in detail on the next podcast? Or are you gonna have to watch it again?
I will let you two take the reins on that one. Because I know it well enough that I know I don't want to watch it again.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair warning. This is going to make Ghostbusters 2016 look like Oscar material.
No, it's Ghostbusters 2016 was still pretty bad. Still pretty bad. But yeah, it's just ugh. I find it funny that we decided that like, oh, we're gonna go and do like we got a couple things to talk about, and we end up talking about shit we weren't going to talk about because Star Wars.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lucas.
Star Wars and musicals.
Yeah.
Thank you,
And then
musicals.
led us to the musical Star Wars.
Yeah.
After Lucasfilm was acquired by Walt Disney, the letter designations were returned. Most work for the C canon. Okay, so this is a C canon.
Actually, Lucas said this wasn't canon. He pretty much said that.
Well, see, the thing is that there was different levels of canon when it came down to.
I don't even want to think about that. That makes my brain hurt.
Because this technically fell under the extended universe. Because while it wasn't canon, it wasn't G canon, which is George Lucas canon. It was continuity canon. Because you had G canon, George Lucas canon. You had T canon, which was television canon. C canon, continuity canon. S canon, which was secondary canon. And then you had N canon, which was totally not canon, which is like your what if stories.
What about the books?
The books were C canon.
Okay.
It's funny because like the wiki on the holiday special says that it's part of the C canon, but then when I go to about the different canons in the Star Wars universe, it says it's part of the secondary canon, which is weird.
Okay.
But like C canon includes like the Force Unleashed games that introduced Darth Vader's secret apprentice, which required Lucas's approval, by the way.
Yeah.
As well as games and RPG source books.
West End games.
Though all of these, like T canon is a new thing because that's the Clone Wars.
Because it's like the
that started with the Clone Wars series.
The cartoons and all that.
Because there was a Ewoks cartoon and then there was a Droids cartoon, but those don't count anymore. Basically anything that wasn't G canon or the new T canon is now N canon. So, for the most part,
fair.
Except for I think Knights of the Old Republic game, which is. I think that may be secondary canon, which is weird, but I don't know. My head hurts from talking so much goddamn Star Wars.
I was gonna say it is very confusing.
Does anybody else have anything they would like to discuss to get us out of this rabbit hole?
Nothing's not going to leave us here for the next 45 minutes. I can tell you that right now.
Fair.
I had something I wanted to discuss, and then musicals happened. But
I'm sorry.
Followed in quick succession with Star Wars.
However, this does give us enough time to talk about one other thing, and that's this week's GTA Roundup, which we do every week, and we hadn't done.
Yeah.
That's true, we did not do that.
They released the Minister, so shit's on sale, and the bonus is the same as last week. Back to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the sales stuff this
Yeah.
week is just, I mean, it doesn't grab me. The Menacer is, I don't want to say I'm not, like, enticed by it, but it's not something that I want right now.
I will say this. It is an Insurgent, and a Night Shark has a little baby, and it's beautiful.
That's
If you haven't... Yeah.
That's what I figured. Like, it's...
Yeah, but that's what I'm looking for in a vehicle. So
Fair.
if you have an Insurgent, you don't really need this. But I will say this. It's an Insurgent with the added ability of the Night Shark's front guns.
Fair.
If you have a Night Shark, having a gun that can rotate 360 degrees if you have a second person isn't a bad idea. But on the other hand, it's not free like the Night Shark was if you were part of the guest list.
Yeah. Yep.
Although I was stupid and didn't claim it.
Well, it's only a little bit more than the Night Shark. You might want to think about getting this instead of the Night Shark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you didn't get a Night Shark, then the Menacer is nice to have.
Right.
The the Menacer does not have a trade price, if I'm not mistaken. So
No. I will say this. I have two characters who are definitely going to get it. So, if either one of you two wants to try it, basically we can try it out at some point. Cause
Yeah.
tomorrow.
The next vehicle that I'm getting is a flying vehicle.
Oh, also,
Because I'm getting sick of not having a flying vehicle.
I am going to say that if I see anybody in GTA driving a regular vehicle, I'm going to shoot you out of the sky.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because there are people who, for some reason, hate oppressors on sight, even if they've never done anything.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And their reason for stating this is because, well, they shoot people who aren't doing anything. Kind of like that oppressor you just shot down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not the vehicle, it's the mentality.
Yeah.
I don't want it to shoot people. I hate trying to shoot things while
I
driving.
enjoy PvP. And before the oppressor was the Deluxo. Before the Deluxo was the Hydra. Well, it would be people in freaking Karen Futos doing this if that's all we had to drive.
Yeah.
Because it's the mindset, not the vehicle.
Yeah, no joke. Like, and I mentioned this in a Reddit thread. My first experience playing Grand Theft Auto Online was on console. And what happened was I finished the tutorial mission, got out of the tutorial, I walked onto the street, and then I was actively hunted by, I think it was a laser.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For something like a half hour until I logged off. And then I didn't touch the game until I got it on PC and I started playing with these people.
Same.
And the thing
I mean,
is,
not a laser, but I was actively hunted by.
Yeah. It is not a GTA experience because you'll experience this if you play any PvP game.
Yeah.
Because, and it is not the majority of players, but there is a distinct number of players in any PvP game that their only things they want to do is make people rage quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They, for some reason, think that the best thing they can do to forward the success of their favorite game is to make people not play their favorite game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Legitimate.
They are
And
idiots.
Yeah.
it's absolutely horrible. And I legitimately feel bad for people that are put in positions where they feel like they can't play the game they want to play because of that.
Mm-hmm.
As well as people that feel that because people were dickheads to them, they have to be a dickhead to everybody else.
Yeah.
Because that's essentially the mentality that's coming out of this.
The worst thing they ever did in the hobby is let the term player versus player become a thing. I don't mean the gameplay of player versus player, the term, because it is not player versus player, it is character versus character. And the moment you start thinking that you're attacking the other player, things like hacking, botting, DDoSing seem like legitimate tactics because you're attacking the other player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not player versus player.
It's what I'm just gonna say is, if you're having fun playing your game, just have fun doing it.
Right.
There's no
That's the
reason for
active
you
way.
to go out of your way to fuck with other people because they either A, have a vehicle that you can't afford, B, have a vehicle that you don't like, or C, because you're a dickhead. So
I feel like that C was in all of the above.
Yeah.
not necessarily, because there's people that'll just regardless they're gonna just kill people for the sake of killing them because they're like, oh well, that's the kind of that's my character.
Fair. That's
Um,
fair.
But then you have other people that will, I mean, with the Oppressor Mark II specifically, currently anyway,
Yeah.
they will go out of their way to shoot them out of the sky because they're jealous that they don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because either they haven't gotten to the point where they can get one yet, which, yes,
Mm-hmm.
the Oppressor Mark II does take steps to get.
Yes.
You know, you need a
Nightclub.
nightclub.
Well, actually, you don't have to have all that. You can just buy the Oppressor.
Fair.
It doesn't even need a terabyte, but to modify
Yeah.
for the weaponry, you do.
Yeah.
So yes. But yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just
I mean, what it boils down to is there are two PvP mentalities. The first mentality basically says, "Hey, you'll win some, I'll win some. We're all going to have fun in the end."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That keeps lobbies full. The other type says, if you're having fun, that's less fun than I can have because this is a zero-sum game. So I've got to stop you from having fun so I can have fun. That leaves one person alone in a lobby jerking off to themselves.
But then you have another philosophy entirely where it's just everybody should have everything at the start of the game. Or else
the economy ignores the real world.
Or else it's pay to win. Even if by pay to win they mean grinding to make money in the game to purchase.
Because that's a form of currency.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a mentality. It's an idiotic mentality, but it's a mentality.
Yep. And I'm done with this conversation.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep replying.
Yeah. You eventually did get the hit and stopped replying. So
it took him fucking long enough.
And incidentally, this is a thread I did on Reddit. Here's the funny thing. Come at me, bro. I use the same name here that I use on Reddit, that I use on GTA. I'm Thrabalen wherever I go. If you see a Thrabalen, it's me. Yeah. So you got some?
Yeah.
Pick it up with me. I don't care. I am done giving shits because I don't come here to offend people, but if you're offended by people who are just trying to tell the truth and trying to save you some grief, here I am.
Yeah, it's one of those things like when you look at GTA, right? When you look at the way that game is structured, at no point can I say it's pay to win.
No, because what you get with a shark card, the only thing you can get with a shark card is the same exact kind of money that you earn in game.
Yeah.
It's pay to skip. It gives you a shortcut past grinding. That's all it does.
But they had a valid argument where like MMOs are all free to play, right?
Which just ignores the fact that most MMOs aren't. They're buy to play, if anything.
Right.
And they used to be, you pay $50 for the game and then $15 a month for a subscription.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I mean, let me look at the biggest, the current biggest free to play
MMO on the market. Yeah.
Free to play MMO, and we're talking about World of Warcraft, which just released a new expansion. And oh, look at that! It's $15 a month because it's free to play.
Yep. But you can get a free trial up to level 20.
Yeah, and then you can't do shit otherwise because you have to get all the expansions.
Yep.
How many expansions do they have?
I have no earthly clue anymore.
Let's find out. Oh, the complete collection. It requires a new account. Gives you a 30 days of game time. It starts at $60 because there's a deluxe edition. Of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It boosts your character up to level 110. So there's that. Go over the add-ons. So you have Battle for Azeroth, which is the new one. I think they may just kind of like roll, like once a new one comes out, it includes previous ones, maybe?
Mhm.
Because I'm not seeing the other ones for sale. I'm just seeing like the complete collection.
Yeah.
Like what is it? It's a fucking subscription again.
Excuse me.
But yeah, I mean, like there is. I'm gonna look up the. Because this is a free to play game. Totally.
Well, for like the first 2 weeks. I think.
so
I think you
all-
can get a
so-
2-week free trial.
So all all of the expansions are included with Battle of Azeroth. So that's kind of cool. But that doesn't answer my initial question. How many fucking expansions? First expansion was the Burning Crusade, followed by Wrath of the Lich King, followed by Cataclysm, followed by Mists of Pandaria, followed by Warlords of Draenor, and then
I mean, I have an ex that we could ask, but
and then
I'd
there
rather
was
not.
Legion, and now we're at Battle of Azeroth. So there's 7 fucking expansions for this goddamn game. Of course, it's free to play.
Yeah.
Of course, it's free to play. It's not free to play, guys. It's not. I mean, when I played EQ was not free to play. But EQ wasn't an MMO, so that's fine because World of Warcraft was the first MMO out there, right?
If you listen to World of Warcraft players.
Fair.
I will say World of Warcraft kind of redefined the MMO market in the same way that EverQuest did.
Yeah.
I mean, it redefined it as
Because honestly,
fast-paced gameplay.
because
But, yeah.
honestly, before EQ, we just had MUDs, so
And Ultima Online.
and Ultima. We try to forget about Ultima, so
Yeah. I mean, it was just a 3D isometric game where you attacked other creatures and everything. That can possibly be considered an MMO.
Yeah.
A 3D isometric game.
yeah, it's. I mean, if I look at
I'm
like
missing Marvel Heroes.
what is it? Guild Wars 2 is buy to play, but then there's expansions as well. Black Desert Online, that I believe has a subscription model. ESO used to have a subscription model, now it's buy to play.
Yeah.
EQ used to have a monthly. I think it still has a monthly subscription for certain things.
It has the option to be free to play, but as in most MMOs, they're free to play. They're really not. They cut you off from vital things. In EverQuest 2, you cannot sell items to players if you do not have a subscription.
I think the only game I've played that is legitimately a free-to-play MMO is Secret World Legends.
Damn possible. Marvel Heroes was not 100% free to play.
No, it wasn't.
You could actually, when you bought the Mega Pack, you got, as a bonus, 5% to your experience gain and 5% to your eternity splinter gain.
Yep.
As a bonus. That made it free to play. Very slightly, but free to play. I mean, pay to win. Very slightly pay to win, but it was pay to win in that it gave you a material advantage over people who only used in-game money.
Yeah. EVE Online. I have experience with EVE Online. That game, it's buy to. Actually, I think it might be a free download.
Yeah.
It is now. So it used to be buy to play, but then it also has a monthly subscription. But the interesting workaround is if you invest enough time in the game, you can use in-game money to pay for your subscription. You gotta invest a lot of fucking time to do it.
Yeah,
for the average person, they're gonna be paying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the average person, just because 1% of people can devote enough time to it does not make it free to play.
Well, I mean,
no.
I mean, at the same time,
That's an interesting dynamic, though. That's pretty.
If you
want to be honest, it's pay to skip.
Sort of. I say sort of because without the subscription, you don't have access to like half the shit.
Yeah.
So it isn't like it is a subscription model in that sense.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because once your subscription drops, like if you had gotten stuff beforehand, before your subscription dropped, your that one character that has it has access to it.
Yeah.
But if they try to get like another one of it, no, you need your
Yeah.
subscription. Fuck off. But yeah, it's just the thing I like about Secret World of Legends, though, and this is why I say it's probably one of the purest free-to-play games. You can spend money on it if you want. You can do that. That's not a problem. It doesn't lock you out of content by not paying money. And by doing your dailies, you get marks of favor. Now, marks of favor, you can go through their auction house to exchange for Aurum, which is their premium currency, to access things that you couldn't get normally. So, it's
I
actually
will say, if you're looking for a multiplayer game that can hold a lot of players, massively multiplayer, as they say, that doesn't have a true like buy to play or pay to win or even pay to skip, it gives you an advantage if you subscribe, because of course it does, because it's run by DorkyRae. But Planet Side 2 has an excellent pay model in that you gain experience faster, which does help you unlock things faster. But other than that, really, their sub is a pay to skip, is what it is. But otherwise, you can get anything with in-game money, except possibly cosmetics. I've been getting back into it a little bit lately because I've been getting the itch.
Yeah.
The only way I enjoy PvP. Yeah.
And that's fair. I mean, I've been...
Yeah.
I mean, for me, and I talked to you guys already about this, like, unless you guys need me for, like, a sale mission, like, I'm kind of keeping off GTA for a little bit.
And that's fine.
Because I did a massive, like, what I figured it out, it was like something like 2 months, where it was just like constant GTA. And for somebody like me, it's just, it hits a point where you're just like, I need time to do other things. I need time to, whether it's overworking myself on my tabletop game, or playing Yakuza 0, or any of the other things. It's just, I need that time. So
I mean, I will say, with the exception of Sundays, because I always play GTA on Sundays, I really have not played a lot of GTA this past week or two.
Yeah.
I mean, I have been in GTA a lot in this.
Oh yeah, no shit. It's just
because I haven't played. Yeah, but I haven't played a lot.
Yeah.
And that's mostly because I've reached this really weird situation where I'm like, okay, I'm AFK grinding, so I'm getting money that way. What do I feel like doing now that money is not the overriding concern?
See, and that's the thing. Like, for me, like, I'll be playing again in October. And I know that for a fact because Halloween event, Halloween vehicles,
Yeah.
Which, last year, because I've only been playing GTA Online for about a year now.
Yeah.
And I'd started the game and the Halloween event was going on, and I was just like, oh my god, I want that, but I don't have 600k.
Yeah.
Now it's just like 600k. Give me like 20 minutes. Like,
yeah.
Let me sell my nightclub. Let me sell this. Let me sell that. Oh, look at that! I'm at $2 million. I should be good.
Exactly. If the yachts go on sale again this year, I'm getting one. I'm probably getting one for every character at this point.
Yeah, I'll probably get one around Christmas time.
Yeah, exactly. If they do the same sale.
Yeah.
Because those were some damn good sales.
But we're also getting near the end of the drip feed too. Because I think the only new vehicle that's left is the free crawler.
Now, chances are, when you get to the end of the drip feed, that's when the interesting sales are going to start happening again.
Exactly. Exactly. And I mean, if, for example, like, I know for me, like, the Shintaro is been on my list for a while, and I keep missing...
Oh, the Shintaro?
So I keep missing that when it's on sale because I didn't have enough.
Yeah.
And then once I hit this weird world where I'm just like, I can make that in like a couple hours.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
start thinking about actually going ahead and getting it into a sound. You're like, no, I can wait.
Yeah, and I was just like, you know what? I'll just wait. I'll just wait on this.
Mhm.
And then they gave you a flying vehicle, which is just as fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Because
is.
I overtook
He
Ray's
he
Shitara
was yeah.
without the boost.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
Did
there's
you overtake me or did I crash into something?
I overtook you. It
Okay.
wasn't like instant, but I still overtook. I mean, which means it does go a little bit faster than the Shitara, which till now has been the fastest land bike.
Yeah.
and I mean for me, it's more of an aesthetic thing on that bike.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
Oh,
I'll,
yeah.
I'll get myself a lurcher.
I love my Shitaro.
I'll get myself the lurcher like I wanted to last year, and I couldn't afford to do it. And I'll get a Frankenstang. So
I mean, what we need to do is get all of us on Shitaros and just race down the highway.
Yeah.
we could do the same thing with the pressers.
But if they don't light up, they just have little rockets in the back to light up. But I'm talking about
they'll light up other things.
the Tron lights.
No,
that's what would look really cool going down the highway.
I completely
Yeah.
get you, but what I'm saying is,
Yeah, I know.
light up other things. Just make sure we're in the
yes.
same organization.
Yeah. Or else
I am
get
interested in
modified.
seeing the oppressors like riding in formation.
Yeah.
Like I want to see us trying to pull that off.
Because
I think
it
that could be
wouldn't
interesting.
just be riding in formation. We could be
It'd be flying
in
Yeah.
formation.
Yep.
I think that could be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm half tempted to have Jess ride a moped and ride in formation with me on my oppressor. Because I've done it with my Diabolus.
I would. Oh
Pulling
my
the
gosh.
vehicles up to your speed.
Yeah. When you are the MC president, and you have it set for formation, every vehicle in formation matches your speed.
Oh, a moped going at. Oh yes.
I had his
Mach
moped
fuck,
going
yeah.
90,
Oh.
and it was just like, oh my god, like what?
I mean,
what is
it would
going on?
probably it would probably be easier to have him going with a Shitaro because it'd probably be easier to stay in formation with Shitaros.
No,
It doesn't matter.
it
as long
locks
as it
it
can
in
steer.
with the leader.
It's like cruise control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it wouldn't be. Well, I guess we wouldn't know until we tried. I don't know if
It wouldn't lag behind. It forces the vehicle
No.
to match the speed.
No, I realize that. What I'm saying though
As long
is
as it can react.
is the like if we're in the oppressors, I'm wondering if
No, if we go airborne, it's screwed.
Oh yeah.
if we go airborne.
Oh, airborne screwed. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
moped's
Yeah,
not
so
going
I'm
to fly
saying-
with us.
No. So I'm saying it might be more effective to do the Shitaros
He's like, what is this?
Because then-
shit?
because then you're not worried about the because then you've got the
Is it
speed.
wrong that I kind of want to find someone, get them into a thing, we're going along, and then we all peel off and just fling them ahead.
Also, that's one of my favorite things to say now. Like, oh, there's a business about peeling off. Just
Yep.
Fair. That's really why I need to buy
A flying vehicle.
another floor and more businesses for my nightclub, but I also really need to get a flying vehicle because
Yes.
I am so freaking fed up with not having a flying vehicle.
What I would say then is prioritize like the second floor,
And then
one more
businesses.
business, and then a terabyte.
and then
because the terabyte each mission, well, each of the solo missions earn you between 30 and 35k each, and they can be done
5 minutes apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it makes grinding a little less monotonous.
That's fair. Because I was going to say I don't actually care about getting the weapons on the oppressor. Is what I was
Do you
about
want to
to
modify
say.
its speed, its paint, anything like that? Needs a terabyte.
Yes.
The only thing you can modify is the terabyte.
Okay.
That's its sole garage.
Yep.
Okay. I do want to modify. I do want to be able to modify the paint because we all know I want it to be pink.
And as for weapons, you cannot have an unarmed oppressor mark here.
Yeah.
It is either machine guns, explosive machine guns, or the lock-ons.
Lock-ons.
Exactly. And you have to pay for that, and you have to do it in a terabyte.
Yep.
Yep.
But I will say this much: once you do get that taken care of, it will make doing like CEO work a lot easier.
Yes.
Like Headhunter is like so fucking easy to do now with the Oppressor Mark 2. I mean, it was easy to do with a Buzzard, but the Oppressor Mark 2 just makes it so.
That being said, we did find out that the that mission that battle that you bugged out on last night, so much easier when you have flying vehicles.
Yeah.
Oh no, I completely understand that. It's just that like fuck that mission.
Oh yeah.
Just...
We got done with half the time left over.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. We did that. We managed that one.
Because I mean, to be perfectly
even
honest,
with me not having a flying vehicle.
Yeah.
Even with me just having my Shitaro.
yeah. When usually when I'm playing with other people, I'm now the only one that has a flying vehicle.
Yeah, which is weird, I'm sure.
It's fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
But when that mission pops up, I'm going like they're riding in a car trying to take like the easy targets, and I'm hitting every other target.
Heading up to Polito. Yeah.
I start at Polito, and I work like I head towards Polito, and I hit every target up to Polito. Then I come back down to the lighthouse.
Yep.
And then, I mean, usually my second target is the helicopter. So.
Yeah. Gosh.
But yeah, I mean, I really need to take a break from GTA.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I'm like probably the last one to ever get burned out on GTA.
Well, it's
because I'm the one that, as discussed last night, I'm the one that logs in the least.
Yeah, fair. But is there anything else we'd like to discuss tonight, or should we kind of call it?
Probably. I mean, we're right out about the call time.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, we're good here. I mean, yeah, that worked out. Yeah.
Once again, if anyone has Dear Evan Hansen boots, hit me up.
Next thing you know, you're just getting shoes in the mail.
You know what? If they got Dear Evan Hansen on them, I do not care. I am a size really small.
I don't think they make that size.
Yeah.
I'm like a size 5 or 6 in women's. I think it's like a size 3 or 4 in men's. So I just buy women's because they don't make that size small men's shoes.
But anyway, guys, thank you very much for checking us out once again. For DorkyRae, for Thrabalen of Thrabalen Gaming, this is Todd. Thank you guys very much. Hopefully you enjoyed yourselves. Hopefully you had a lot of interesting discussion talk things that caught your interest. You can support us on Patreon. You can check out any of our sponsors. Links in the show notes. And thank you for listening on Radio Public, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iTunes, or watching us on Twitch or YouTube. We greatly appreciate that support, seriously. And until next time, we'll see you then. Good night, everyone.
Have a great time at Broadway Con.